Now, next topic and the most crucial topic, relation between zeros of quadratic polynomial in one variable and roots of quadratic equation. Now we are ready to move into these topics. Okay, so let us start. I made just a column quadratic polynomial and quadratic equation. As we had seen earlier, the examples of quadratic polynomial and equation. Okay, we will be writing same numbers. Okay, so polynomial is fx equal to x square minus 2x minus 8 function of x. Okay, and equation is x square minus 2x minus 8 is equal to 0. Okay, and I guess you remember that for graph you equate this to 0, right? When we were forming graph, we used to equate this thing to be equal to y. Okay, did I said 0? Oh, slip of tongue. Okay, for forming graph we equate this to 0 y. Okay, and if we equate to 0 it becomes equation. So thing is same, x square minus 2x minus 8. Okay, in both of these one term is same, x square minus 2x minus 8. If we equate it to y it becomes a polynomial, and if we equate this to 0 it becomes equation. Okay, as simple as that. Just equal to sign and this y and this 0 are changing, though we don't equate to y in polynomial. Okay, I'm just saying it for graph. Okay, mind the words, only for graph, not for general. Okay, so let's solve this. As we have seen that quadratic polynomial, we were solving it by equating to 0. So the first thing, let fx equal to 0. So x square minus 2x minus 8 is equal to 0. Now you must be wondering, this thing and this thing, now they are same. Yes, they look same, but still there is slight difference between them. Okay, and you will understand the difference very soon. Actually, this is very confusing. That is why you may be facing some problem. Okay, but don't worry. Just keep patience with me. Okay. Now over here, this is a quadratic polynomial, and we have to factorize it. Okay. So to factorize, we'll just split the middle term. The product of two numbers in which we will split the central term is minus 8 and the sum is minus 2. Okay, and we know that when the product is negative, then the numbers are positive and negative. One number is positive, second number is negative. That means if you are adding them, you're not actually adding, you are actually subtracting them. Okay, so now get two numbers whose difference is minus 2, and when you multiply them you get 8. Okay, so the numbers will be minus 4 and plus 2. Minus 4 and plus 2, when you add them you get minus 2, and when you multiply them you get minus 8. Okay, so if you want I can make another video for this splitting the middle term. This is very interesting. Okay, minus 4x plus 2x minus 8 equal to 0. So common in these two is x minus 4. Common in these two, plus 2, x minus 4 is equal to 0. So x minus 4, x plus 2 is equal to 0. Hence the zeros are 4 and minus 2. Okay, now let us see this thing in graph. X square minus 2x minus 8. X square minus 2x minus 8. Was this the thing? X square minus 2x minus 8. Okay, now let us zoom out. Yes, we got this. Okay, the points where this graph crosses the x-axis, let us see. One point is minus 2 0 and second point is 4 0. That means the zeros must be minus 2 and plus 4, and we had got minus 2 and plus 4. That means here also answer is same. Okay, now because this thing is same as this one. So here also just making it short, this one was going to be x equal to 4 and minus 2. Okay, I'm writing this step: x minus 4, x plus 2 is equal to 0. So x equal to 4 and minus 2. Okay, now these two are the roots of this equation. Okay, so over here roots are also 4 and minus 2, and zeros are also 4 and minus 2. Both are same. Okay, both are same. If you want, you can use the formula also: x equal to minus b plus minus b plus minus root b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. So minus b means minus of this central term, which becomes minus minus plus, or just writing minus minus 2 plus minus b square means minus 2 square, that is 4, minus 4ac. So 4 into 1 into minus 8. Okay, so it will become 4 into minus 8. Okay, divided by 2a, that is 2 into 1. So minus into minus 2, that is 2, plus minus root under 4 and 8 into 432 and 436. So root under 36 by 2. So 2 plus minus 6 by 2. Hence, I'm just short of some space. X equal to 2 plus 6 by 2 and x equal to 2 minus 6 by 2. When x equal to 2 plus 6 by 2, that is 8 by 2, that is 4, and here 2 minus 6 is minus 4, minus 4 by 2 is minus 2. Okay, so here also using formula also you got the same answer, 4 and minus 2. Okay, hence both the formula and factorization works, and in this case you are getting the values to be same. Zeros and roots are same. Okay, now I want to show you a very interesting thing in here. Just let me erase this. So erased. I said that d is equal to b square minus 4ac. Okay, so b square means minus 2 square minus 4 into a into c. Okay, so minus 2 square is 4, and here again 32, so 36. That means d is greater than 0. Okay, when d is greater than 0, then the zeros and the roots are same. Okay, when d is greater than 0, then d means discriminant. When you equate it to 0, either this one or this one, okay, anyone. So when you equate it to 0 and d is greater than 0, then the zeros and roots are same. Okay, zeros and roots are same. Clear? Now moving further, next equation. Okay, so we have got this next one. So here the first thing is, let fx is equal to 0 to find 0. The same process, minus 4x square plus 4x minus 1 is equal to 0, because okay, leave it. Let's just try to split. Okay, though it will be better if you just multiply whole of this equation by minus 1. So let us do that. So if you multiply whole of this equation by minus 1, you'll get 4x square minus 4x plus 1 is equal to 0. This sign, all these signs have changed. Minus becomes plus, plus becomes minus, and minus becomes plus. Okay, next, this is of the form 2x whole square minus 2 times 2x into 1 plus 1 square is equal to 0. It is in the form a square minus 2ab plus b square. If you look closely, a square plus b square minus 2ab. Okay, so we know the formula, that is a minus b whole square. Okay, it means we can write 2x minus 1 in one bracket and again 2x minus 1 in another bracket. Okay, and hence we get x equal to 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. Okay, so the two zeros are 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. That means 0 will be just 1. We know that if two numbers came to be same, then only one will be considered as 0. Okay, because if there is a line, okay, and there is a, wait a second, if there is x-axis, okay, if there is x-axis and a line or any curve passes from x-axis, okay. Now if it passes from this point, like we saw in that question, this point was same common, okay. So it is actually touching, if you see by your eyes, over here it is just touching it once. Here also you will say that it is touching just once. You won't say that it is crossing or touching at this point two times. Okay. Here also you will say that it is touching or crossing just once. Here also just once, right? So 0 is only one. The point where the graph touches or crosses x-axis, that is 0. So 0 will be just one single thing. Okay, whether in this case or in this case. Okay, now for this one again, I forgot to mention 0 over here. I'm sorry about that. So here also you'll get 2x minus 1 whole square equal to 0, just using this one. Okay, so again x equal to 1 by 2 comma 1 by 2. But for roots you will say 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. Okay, because root is actually the value of x for this equation becomes 0. Okay, and roots will always be 2 in quadratic equation. Quadratic means degree 2. Okay, and roots will be 2 only, not less, not more. Okay, now let's see the value of discriminant or d. D's we know that b square minus 4ac. Okay, let us see. So b square means central term whole square. So 4 square minus 4 times first term means this one minus 4, and into c means this one minus 1. So 4 square minus 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 plus minus minus plus and plus into minus minus 4 into 4. This is again 4 square. So d is equal to 0. Okay. Now when d is equal to 0, you will get just one zero. Okay, you will get two zeros, sorry, two roots, and both the roots will be same. Okay, when d is equal to 0, you will get two roots and both the roots will be same common, and you will get just one zero. Let us see. Okay, minus 4x square plus 4x minus 1. Okay, I think we missed one thing, and that is we hadn't discussed this in graph, this quadratic equation. We hadn't discussed quadratic equation in graph. Okay, so first let us just discuss this equation, because x square minus 2x minus 8 is already in this graph. Okay, we have just seen it over here. This purple line is actually x square minus 2x minus 8. Okay, this is polynomial. Now let us see this as an equation. One second. So copy and paste. For equation, just equate to 0. Now equating to 0, we are getting two straight lines, okay, parallel to y-axis and perpendicular to x-axis, and both the points are still crossing x-axis at minus 20 and 40. So the places where the curve or the polynomial crosses the x-axis, this equation also crosses from that point only, but it is not making any curve, it is actually a straight line. Okay, and if you remember, I said you that when there is a linear polynomial, okay, it will cross x-axis at some point, and when you equate that polynomial to 0, that means when you remove y and equate that to be 0, then still it will be a straight line only, but it will be parallel to y-axis. Okay, parallel to y-axis, remember that. And the point of crossing x-axis is still the same. Here also, this polynomial and this quadratic equation both are crossing from the same points. Okay, like polynomials zeros are minus 2 and 4. So this polynomial was crossing x-axis at 2 points minus 2 and 4, and this quadratic equation also, it is crossing x-axis at minus 2 and 4. But the line, it is a line, actually not a line, there are two lines because degree is 2. Okay, and parallel to y-axis. Okay, now let's move back to our this example. Minus 4x square plus 4x minus 1. So minus 4x and square plus 4x minus 1. Okay, as you can see, it is just touching x-axis and then bending back. Okay, touching and going back. Okay, now if you convert this to a equation equal to 0, now here we get just one line. Okay, because roots are same, common. Okay, so only one, that is minus 0 point, sorry, plus 0.5 or 1 by 2. Okay, now here also both are crossing at just one point, and that is 0.5. Okay, so 0 and roots are same, just will write 2 times in root, and 0 is just 1. Okay, okay, the last one and the most crucial one. 2x square minus 4x plus 5 is a quadratic polynomial. So for finding roots, we'll just write let fx equal to 0. This implies 2x square minus 4x plus 5 is equal to 0. Okay. Now try to just split the middle term. Product of two numbers must be this into this, that is 2 into 5, which is 10, and sum of two numbers must be minus 4 central number. Okay, can you really find those two numbers whose sum is minus 4 and product is 10? Because 10 can be written as 1 into 10 or 2 into 5, or even if you want to go into some irrational number, you may not get, or let's see whether you get or not, but it is very tough. Okay, right now I won't tell whether you will get or not. Okay, because that we will find right now. Okay, so because we are facing some problem in solving them. Okay, so let us just solve this one, because this is quite easy to solve. Okay, like we directly write x equal to minus b plus minus root under b square minus 4ac divided by 2n, and we get the answer. Okay, so minus b means minus of minus 4 plus minus both sign, b square is minus 4 square, that is 16, minus 4 ac. AC means 2 into 5, which is 10, whole divided by 2 into 2, 2a, 2 into 2. So minus minus plus 4 plus minus root under 16 minus 4 into 10, 40 divided by 4. It becomes 4 plus minus root under minus of 24 divided by 4. So here minus sign is there. Okay, can you just tell me any number whose square is negative? Have we ever studied that? Till now we haven't studied, though those are categorized as complex number, but we don't really deal with that in these things in polynomial and equation. Okay, especially in polynomial we do not deal with that, because polynomial means the points where the graph cuts or touches the x-axis. Okay, and this is a real number line, means only real numbers are there, and complex number is imaginary number. So you cannot really just show that in here. Okay, so if we talk about the polynomial zeros, then we will say that we will not get any zeros, no zeros. Okay, but if you talk about the roots, still you are getting two roots. Okay, like you can still solve it further. You can take 4 common out, and when you take 4 common out, you will get only 2 outside. Okay, whole divided by 4, sorry, 4, and simplifying x equal to 2 plus minus root under minus 6 by 2. Okay, so bringing next slide, we had got x is equal to 2 plus minus root minus 6 whole divided by 2. Okay, these are roots. Okay, these are roots, and for zeros we wrote no zeros. Okay, according to al- algebraic method. Okay, now we will be seeing this in graph. 2x square minus 4x plus 5. Let's see. So let's use this one. 2x square minus 4x plus 5. Was this the thing? 2x square minus 4x plus 5. 2x square minus 4x plus 5. Can you really see? We have got a graph. Yes, we have got. That is not an issue. But it is not crossing x-axis. Okay, if you can see over here, it is not crossing or touching x-axis. Until the time it doesn't touch, you say that it does not have any zero. Okay, because it is going above only. Okay, no point of intersection or touching is there with x-axis, so there are no zeros, and here also we wrote no zeros. Okay, but let's see about equation. But for equation, I don't think it will give proper answer. Oh yes, I thought so. So it is not giving proper answer, it is just showing us y-axis only. This is completely incorrect. Okay, so uh, graph of this equation is not giving us any hint about what will happen. Okay, but let us analyze this even further. Okay, because we were talking about discriminant in all those, so let's see discriminant of this. Discriminant is b square minus 4ac, and b is minus 4, this is minus 4, and whole square minus 4 into a is 2 and c is 5. So minus 4 square is 16, and 5 4 20 into 2 40. So it is minus 20, sorry, 40. So minus 24. Okay. Now over here d is less than 0 or d is negative. Okay, when d is negative, then you will get no zeros. You will not get any zero when d is negative. Okay, and the roots will be not real because minus 6 root under minus 6 is not real number. Okay, this is in complex number or imaginary number. Okay, this is not categorized as a real number. So here we say no real root. Okay, or you can also write non two non-real roots. Okay, so I'm writing non-real roots, and here no zeros. Okay, hence we can conclude that, just one more slide, remove this. In quadratic polynomial, when okay d is greater than 0, there were three cases: d equal to 0, and third case d less than 0. D means discriminant when we equate to 0. Okay, when d was greater than 0, you are getting two this zeros, two zeros. Okay, and in equation you are getting two real and distinct means different roots. Okay, when d was greater than 0, you are getting two zeros and two real and distinct roots. When d was equal to 0, you are getting 1 0, and for equation you are getting two real and equal roots. Okay, and when d is less than 0, then you were not getting any 0, so no 0. Okay, and for this equation you were getting two non-real roots. Okay, so this is extremely important, and this is all our observation. Okay, so today we have observed that there is some relation between quadratic polynomial and quadratic equation, and that is when discriminant and value of d is actually, this discriminant is b square minus 4ac in what, in a square ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, d is b square minus 4ac when ax square plus bx plus c is there. So when d is greater than 0, then two zeros will be there and two real and distinct roots. Okay, both 2 2. When d is equal to 0, 1 0 and two real and equal roots. Okay, real and equal both will be same only, but here only 1 0. And when d is less than 0, no 0 and two non-real roots. Okay, so just one last thing, whenever you see a quadratic polynomial, then just this coefficient of x squared determines whether this shape will open upwards or downwards. That means it will move upward or downward. Like here coefficient is positive, so it is going in positive direction of y-axis. Okay, this is also going up opening in positive direction of y-axis. Here in this case it is opening in negative direction of y-axis. Why? Because coefficient of x square is negative, here negative sign, so opening in negative direction of y-axis. Okay, and in here positive, coefficient of x square is positive, so both of these lines are going in positive direction of x-axis. Okay, so I guess you enjoyed the video and you understood most of the things. Okay, so please like, share, comment. Okay, and if you share, then your friends and your known persons will be getting knowledge of these topics, so you must share. Okay, because this topic, as I've seen, this is very difficult for students to understand. Okay, so thank you. I'm Krishnan Singh.